Hiya, Nine. Welcome back to this week's Romeo and Juliet podcast. With me, I have got
Miss Francis,
Miss Parveen,
and Miss Thornhill,
and me, Miss Green. And this week's podcast is focusing on Act 3, Scene 2, focusing on the theme of love and Juliet's character. So, previous to this scene, we know that Romeo and Juliet have been married by Friar Lawrence, the priest, in secret. And this is the first time that Juliet will have seen Romeo since the morning of the wedding, so you can imagine how excited she would be to spend her first night with him.
Yeah, so she wants to consummate the marriage, doesn't she? And by that I mean that she wants to be intimate with her new husband, because if they don't consummate the marriage, then the marriage can be annulled. It can be annulled by their parents, so she wants to make it all proper and legal, but also she wants to have that intimacy and that romance with the man that she's just married, who she loves.
So she's eager for night time to come, and she makes reference to the night in Act 3, Scene 2 at the beginning. Quite often, and maybe this is because this is where quite a lot of the important events have happened so far. So her meeting, Romeo.
Nighttime is a happy place for them, isn't it? They meet in the darkness, they marry in the darkness, they're going to spend their wedding night together in the dark, and I think ultimately they die together, don't they, in the dark, so it's a very special time for them, and she makes quite a lot of references to it in this passage.
So what sort of character do we think Juliet is presented as in this part of the extract? What sort of...
Well, we know that she's quite excitable because she's waiting for Romeo to arrive.
Does she appear to have grown up at all in this part of the extract?
I think it's debatable.
Yeah, I think her excitement is quite on an immature level, maybe.
Yeah, it's quite childlike, isn't it? And she compares herself, doesn't she, to an impatient child.
So she acknowledges that her thinking is that of a child, but she wants to believe that somehow through this intimate act she's grown into a woman. So she wants to believe that her love and her development as a person is at a much higher level than it actually is.
But perhaps it's just due to the expectation of being a married woman. Yeah. Obviously this is something that would have been her role, isn't it, at the time, so and still now as well. Yeah,
so it's kind of funny that she defies her parents' wishes to not get married to Paris, so in the end she's defying social norms, but again she's meeting them by meeting the norms of what's expected of a married woman. So really she's not as free-willed as she thinks she is.
But I don't know if she, because this is a choice she's made, isn't it? She doesn't mind being intimate with Romeo because it's a choice she's made to be with him. Being intimate with somebody like Paris
would probably repulse her because she's not attracted to him the way she is with Romeo. I think that if we think about the objective of today's podcast, which is to look at love, I think that Shakespeare presents love to us in quite a complicated way throughout the play. We open with unrequited love. There's no love.
What's unrequited love again?
So when Romeo is in love with Rosaline, but she doesn't love him back.
Yeah.
So it's one-sided love.
Yeah. So he's met Juliet, who does appear to love him back, but love doesn't ever give any rewards, does it? These two are punished for falling in love. They're killed at the end. Romeo gets no love back from Rosaline, and there doesn't seem to be much parental love either. So I think love is presented to us as being something quite foolish, really.
Again, this might touch on her immature nature as well, because she's made this rash decision to go against her parents, to get married, not knowing the implications, the problems that this may cause for the families. So it's just acting on impulse.
Maybe that's why Shakespeare has chosen to present love through the use of these two children, for that very reason.
So we have touched upon the theme of love, and we have some understanding of Juliet's character and the way it's presented through her in this scene. So we will look forward to seeing you in next week's podcast. Bye.
Bye.